An update now on the wildfire situation in British Columbia. There's welcome news for some residents near Okanagan Lake who get to go home today. The CBC's Mark Carcasol joins me in studio. Mark, what can you tell us?
Yeah, Karina, these are people subject to evacuation orders due to the Quilpatuck Creek fire, which has been ongoing for some time and continues 13 square kilometers right now, but it is being held. And that has made all the difference in terms of people being allowed to go back to their homes. The announcement coming in from the regional district today that evacuation orders for all properties from Cinnabar Creek to West Shore Estates have been downgraded to an evacuation alert. That means those people will be able to go home, but now under an evacuation alert means they have to be ready to potentially leave their homes again at a moment's notice if the fire turns. Also, evacuation alerts for properties south of Cinnabar Creek in the Wilson's Landing area have been dropped altogether, and so those people can rest a little bit easier here. Now, the repatriation effort, if you will, to get people back into their homes in the area where the order has been dropped has been going on for a couple hours now in 3 phases. The third phase just started at the beginning of this hour, about 12 minutes ago. That third and final phase will see all of the people who are subject to evacuation alerts who are able to go back to their homes today, back in their homes, although officials are warning them that their neighborhoods may show, quote, visible signs of wildfire impacts, including ash, soot, smoke residue, and debris on properties and roadways. There is also the potential for damage to property and vegetation. We'll obviously learn more about that once people are able to get back into the area and get eyes on their properties. Let's take a look wider scale across BC at the picture right now. There are 113 wildfires across the province, the great majority of them again down in the southeast portion of the province. 48 of those wildfires are currently out of control. There are still 50 evacuation orders across the province. Almost 19,000 people who have been evacuated from their homes at this point due to this situation. The Bald Range fire is another one that has been a very troublesome fire for BC over the last couple weeks. 191 square kilometers now. It has grown another 7 square kilometers over the last couple days. We've been telling you the stories about the 12,000 people evacuated from the town of Summerland. Yesterday, its mayor, Doug Holmes, was on Hannah Mansing Tonight, and he had what I guess you could classify as good news.
It's still out of control. The good thing for Summerland is that it's kind of moving away from the town. So not so good for the people who live in the direction that the fire is moving. But for us, it's a good development.
We do know that there have been properties damaged and destroyed there. Regardless, he says they do have a reinstatement plan ready to go when the time comes. They're just not ready to phase that in yet. Also, BC's Premier David Eby in the last half hour or so spoke about the wildfires in his province during an unrelated news conference. He was asked a question about now that there's a state of emergency in effect in BC, what more help would he like to see from the federal government and what supports is he offering to business owners who might be affected by this and homeowners. Here's what he had to say.
Well, what we've been offered from Ottawa is unconditional support with the state of emergency that we're in provincially. I want to say there is a huge amount of work that is happening in the province from the Wildfire Service, from incredible volunteers, and anxiety, especially in people in the Summerland area, Falder, that want to know if their houses have burned down or not. The first request we had to the federal government was for accommodation, not knowing how quickly the fire would spread, how many spaces we would need, how many we'd be able to make available. They came forward with, for example, they had a military barracks used for cadets that we thought we might have to lean on them for. And fortunately, we haven't had to. Hotel space opened up, and we were able to do some block bookings. We have enough accommodation for people. The requests of the federal government are really currently in the spirit of the emergency moment, making sure that our wildland firefighters, that they have all the resources they need, and if they feel that the military could provide support to them, that the federal government is ready to go to assist us. That the accommodation work continues in the event that we have, and we do expect another significant fire yet this fire season, that we're ready to go and we have places for people to go. All of that work will continue, and we're grateful to the federal government for that. In terms of the financial side of things and support for businesses and support for people and communities, Summerland's water supply almost certainly has taken a significant hit. There's infrastructure implications of a fire of this scale. We'll be sitting down with those local leaders to understand the scale of what we need support on, and then working together with the federal government to find ways that we can support that as senior governments to respond for people in their moment of need. It's just at this point, while we're still in the middle of the emergency, our conversations with the federal government are about those emergency logistics right now.
Wow, I just took away from that when he said, if there's another fire, because of course fire season is not over yet.
Not even close.
There are air quality warnings and alerts around the province. What can you tell us about those?
Yeah, particularly on the southern edge of BC. We'll bring up the map and show you there are yellow and more severe orange alerts issued by Environment Canada with concerns for the air quality in many areas, particularly those downwind of the Brunswick Complex fires and the Bald Range fire areas like Merritt, Lytton, Boston Bar, Kelowna, Edgewood, Smoky for the next 24 to 48 hours, according to Environment Canada. Those more serious orange alerts for Chilliwack, Agassiz, Hope, Penticton, and surrounding areas. Environment Canada lists its air quality health index on a scale of 1 to 10. Some of these areas currently are and will be for at least another day. 10 plus, above range, considered very high risk.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, thank you very much for that update, Mark. That's the CBC's Mark Carcassol.